Everybody's doing well today. We're going to be doing something pretty simple. First video, getting used to this whole filming thing. We're going to be taking the good old truck, as you can see over there, the black Ram. We're going to be going out to the property. Simple little hill climbs, small technical things, nothing insane. She's a little dirty right now. Maybe we'll get her a little bit dirtier and give her a bath afterwards. But hopefully this turns out pretty good. Hope you guys enjoy watching, and thank you for clicking on the video. She's a dirty girl, but nonetheless, she's still beautiful. Gotta love the remote start on the Laramies. Ignore the belt squeak. I just swapped the belt on this thing. New belt tensioner, new water pump, new belt, new thermostat, and it still squeaks. I don't know what to say. We got a new exhaust system put on. Got the black chrome tips. You can see underneath. I have a true dual setup with a boiler muffler. It sounds absolutely gorgeous in person anyways. It's a bit quiet. I wanted something a bit on the quieter side for daily. I drive this to work, to school every day, so it's not super loud, but it has a nice, deep, throaty growl. See you guys when we get to the trails. Good bit of history behind this truck. My dad bought this probably about a year or two ago. It was wrecked. It was absolutely destroyed. Every body panel. Oh my God, there's a dead deer on the side of the road. Anyways, we bought it wrecked. Truck was absolutely destroyed. And my dad put a new motor, new trans, a new bed. He replaced a lot of the interior parts, a lot of like your rubber inlays, the dash, the center console, things of that sort. And then after some time, kind of gave up on trying to find parts trucks. So I ended up buying it from him. I have replaced the tailgate, the bumpers, the headlights, the tail lights, the bulbs for the cab light, and the bed light. Replaced the door panels because they had spray paint all over them for whatever reason. New exhaust system. New wheels and tires. Did a 2.5-inch level kit.
From my woman. Press Uconnect phone button to answer.
My girlfriend's calling me.
What kind of video?
Off-road.
Are you currently recording?
Yes. That was my girlfriend calling. Where was I?
Phone call completed.
I know, I completed it. Where was I? Yeah, new exhaust, new wheels and tires. I have a 2.5-inch level kit on the front. The rear is stock. For those of you that don't know, this is a 2012 Ram 1500 Laramie. It's quite nice for its age anyway. I hate the radio in it. It's very loud and obnoxious. But it has coilover suspension on all four corners, independent in the rear. And as you guys are going to see later, this thing flexes like crazy for a stock truck. And I'm only running 33s in a 2.5 level kit, so it's not lifted up on 37s or anything crazy. No, insane ground clearance mods done, and this thing goes everywhere. It'll do absolutely whatever you want it to do, and this 5.7 does not struggle at all. I love this truck. It is fantastic, and it looks gorgeous in my humble opinion. See you guys when we get there. We've arrived at the spot, so on camera, this probably doesn't look that crazy, as usual. This is probably about, I don't know, right here at the entrance, there's this big swell. That's probably about 45, 50 degrees of incline. The rest of the way is probably about 35 until you get about halfway down, until you get about right around the bend right there. Then it goes back down to about a 45 degree. The downhill's the easy part. Getting back uphill in two-wheel drive anyway is a little bit more challenging, especially considering it just rained yesterday and it is covered in leaves. So that means no traction whatsoever. I'm gonna try to send it up in two-wheel. Might not do it, might have to put it in four-wheel drive and creepy crawl on up the rest of the way. But regardless, we can still get a nice showcase of the suspension in action. And this truck looks good. You gotta love that regular cab, long bed. I'm running 17-inch method wheels with 315/70 Coopers. They're kind of worn, but they're not bad. All right, let's get into it. So the thing about off-roading that a lot of people don't think about is, with hill descents anyway, is your speed. When you're going over something like this and you know it's slick, knowing how to control your speed is of essence. It might look boring to go super slow like this, but then the whole truck sinks like that, and I'm not sliding anymore. Because if you get going too fast, you start rolling down the hill, you certainly run the risk of locking up, which is never something you want to do while off-roading down a hill. Because in the event that you get to the bottom of the hill, down here there is a fairly sharp left-hand turn. And if your brakes are locked up, for one, that means you're probably going too fast. Or for two, that means you're going to have to let off the brake to turn. And if you're already going too fast and you can't brake to turn, that's not a very good recipe. Ask me how I know. I've been up and down this hill probably 100 times at this point in various different trucks, some my own, some friends. I've taken this truck up here quite a number of times. Gosh, there's a big old limb in the way over there. It doesn't look very ruddy because the leaves are everywhere, but I promise you, underneath all this, especially in this corner, there are quite the bit of ruts from going up and down, slinging it in two-wheel and such. And of course, everybody's favorite thing to do on a trail with leaves is the good old traction control button. Gotta love it. Alright, so this is the bit of the technical bit right here. You gotta throw it in four-wheel for this. Everybody does this a little bit differently. I've always liked to put the truck in neutral, put it in four-wheel drive, let her blink. Once she's locked, put it in reverse, back up a little bit, back in drive, and you're good. Lovely little creek down here. This is where we do all of our shooting. It's once again hard to tell, but there's a solid ridge going down this whole way, and it's quite the drop off. It's about a 2-foot difference from right here to right there. So as you can obviously tell, there's only a limited amount of room to turn around here, and all of it is an embankment, because this side over here is also quite the incline. So what we gotta do is we gotta swing it wide on the hill a little bit. We gotta veer down in towards here and aim straight at the creek. And then we gotta back it on up the hill, and then pull back around and watch for that ledge. If we get too far, we might have to make it a multi-point turn and get to it. The nice thing about your dad having property is not only can you off-road whenever you want, you can shoot whenever you want. God bless America. Just as a height comparison for this ridge up here, because I know it looks bad on camera, this is me standing. I'm well above the truck. So if you doubted the incline and the capability of the suspension, don't do that. Because this truck is badass. Aim it up on the hill a little bit, get her nice out, and whip it all the way over here. And be very careful not to go down the creek, because it's right there. As I was saying, she's not even trying that hard. Look at the difference in the gap on that side to this side. Let's back her on up nice and somewhat easy. Get moving, straighten the wheel, whip it all the way, keep going, keep driving. Whew. We are at quite the incline. This is the camera level. This is no joke. Almost got caught up there. We'll give her a little spin, boys. Let's see if we can't send her up in two-wheel at first. We're gonna try. We'll try a couple times. Maybe knock some of these leaves out the way. All right, let's give it a go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, it's doing it. Oh, it's doing it. Oh, it's doing it. I know my seatbelt's unbuckled. Screw off. Easy up the lip. Oh, oh yeah. We've made it. That was easy. Look at that, two-wheel drive champion. Oh, the dust cloud. Hell yeah. Always remember when you're backing down, check your mirrors, make sure you're good. Be very vigorous, very diligent. I am a very avid believer in driving with your mirrors and not turning around your whole head. I get that from my dad. You know, you start backing up trailers and stuff a lot, you learn to get good at your mirrors. And your mirrors are your biggest friend when it comes to reverse driving anyways. Let me roll my window down. Get this tent out of the way. Backing around this curve is always a little tricky just because it's kind of tight. You got that tree right there. We just slid. I don't know if you heard that. The front tire's sliding. This truck is a trooper, man. I love this truck. And the Morimotos look so good. Okay, this time, let's make it a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more wheel spin if we can. I'm gonna lock it in first gear. Let's hit it. It's too grippy. Another big dust cloud. It is genuinely kind of too grippy, which I wasn't expecting. A lot of times after it rains in two-wheel, I can't come up this hill at all. I said that backwards. A lot of times when it rains on this hill, I can't come up in two-wheel at all. And it was just kind of, when I would gag it, it wouldn't spin, it would just go. I came close to this tree right over here for a second because I was trying to get it to kind of spin loose, and it decided to throw dust and haul ass instead. So give me just a second. The surrounding area, all the trees and the leaves and everything, is covered in dust. So we definitely, I mean, you can still see the dust cloud up the hill. We certainly did our job. We did what we came to do. We conquered the hill. Just did it slightly less the word? Stylish, so to speak. We did it the old Jeremy Clarkson old man way. Oh well. Next time it rains, I'll make sure to come back here and we'll do this again. And this time, probably get stuck in two-wheel anyway. Four-wheel drive, this truck doesn't get stuck. I'm telling you. I know. I know there's a lot of Dodge haters out there. Ram haters. This is where it's at, dude. This is where it's at. This truck right here, just a normal 1500. Well, I guess this is a Laramie, but that doesn't change the suspension and the 4th gen anyway. This truck's where it's at, dude. You can do absolutely anything in this with a level kit and 33-inch tires. That's all I have. I got these wheels and tires off Marketplace for like 800 bucks. And the level kit was just a strut spacer from Rough Country for like 100 bucks, I think. I don't really remember. Just go rent yourself a strut compressor from O'Reilly's. It's very sketchy, but I did it in my driveway. Never done it before. Took me about 4 hours, but no labor cost at the end of the day when you do it that way. So it's much better, believe me. Get yourself one, man. These things are fantastic, and if you can't afford the 4th gen, get a 3rd gen. The suspension's not as good, but the motor and transmission are essentially the same. I don't know if there's probably minor differences between the 4th and 3rd gen. You roll the windows up, get the AC going. But this is the pre-facelift 4th gen. So it still has the 6-speed transmission. It's an automatic, but it's the 6-speed. It's not the 8-speed with the newer ones. So you're not losing that when you go from a 4th gen to a 3rd gen. I think the suspension is different. I think it's leaf springs. I could totally be wrong, but regardless, 3rd gens don't have Bluetooth radio. As much as I hate this one, this truck is fantastic. It is a load of fun. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'm going to be putting out more videos. I don't know how consistent they'll be because I do work a lot, and the weekends, if I even have the weekend available, are usually filled with other things that I have to do. I will try to upload as regularly as I can, but regardless, I appreciate you guys looking. Thanks. See y'all next time.